Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Can you
3.
hear?
Yep, I can hear. It's loud and clear.
Okay, let's get this over with.
Get it over with.
It's been a good day. If you're thinking about retiring, this has been a good day. You know what I mean? I like this kind of days where I can do what I want when I want.
How I want.
How I want.
You're listening to the podcast where we talk about life, sports, family, and everything in between. Welcome to Just Talking Out Loud with your hosts, Ron and Terry.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Just Talking Out Loud. I'm Ron.
And I'm Terry.
It is great to be with you. We got lots to talk about. And
A spider just whirled up underneath your phone. There it
oh,
goes.
there it is.
See it?
I see it. Oh, did I get it?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't see it running anymore. But
Spider's joining us for the show too. Yeah. So we got I took a day off, and after a long weekend of kids.
oh yeah,
So Terry, we both watched them Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You watched them Monday too. And we're not getting any younger, are we?
nope.
No, we're not getting any younger.
And our youngest is dragging his feet if he's going to have them or not. And I'm like, either pee or get out the pot, because if they wait till I'm 70 to have their kids, I'm not going to be too much help. I'm just not going to be able to do it.
It's a blessing to have them, but boy, I tell you, that was a long weekend. I wanted a day off really bad, and I couldn't take Monday.
I love them, and
Oh,
I
I
miss
love
them
'em to-
the day
yes.
that
Yes.
I don't have them.
As soon as they leave, the house is empty. The house seems empty. As soon as they're gone.
Yeah, but it's just like there's
Yeah.
a reason you're supposed to have them when you're 20s, so that your family can help you when you're in your 20s. Because if you wait till you're 30 or 40 and we're in our 60s or 70s, it's just really rough. I don't know how your Aunt Rosie did it. Remember, she used to watch 5 of them.
That's why they have daycares. And have to spend some
She
money.
watched 5 at our age or older. She was older than us, I think.
Yeah. So anyway, we got through it.
Yeah.
It's all good. No one got.
She got them all to school.
It was a small injury, but nothing.
Yeah.
Always seems like there's something. He
Yeah.
fell and scraped his knee and
His toes.
his toes. Band-Aids everywhere. Anyway, so that was our weekend. So I took today off, and we just kind of got some things done that we hadn't been able to
really
do.
needed, yeah,
Still haven't closed the pool yet, but maybe by the time this is aired,
we will.
it'll be closed, which is sad. It is sad.
I don't want to close the pool.
But we're not even going down there.
I know.
'Cause
we
we're
just
busy.
need a big bubble over it so we could use it all winter.
Oh, that's just what I need, a bubble. All right, a couple things. We're going to talk about a lady that had a baby at a friend's house. And,
At a friend's house, she
yeah.
didn't make it to the hospital, I take it?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. And then I have something that'll help you with your sex drive, something that you can put in your smoothie. Also,
Oh, you
How
needed to
long-
put it in my smoothie
yeah,
this morning.
Yeah,
then.
wait till you hear what it is. Also, before you commit to that, you might want to hold on that. And there's also a new app that's out that's it's really different, and we'll talk about that, and also talk about your dirty shower head that you think might be clean, but it probably isn't.
Really? And
Yeah.
It's raining dirt down on us?
It could be. We'll talk about that too. But first,
Mold and mildew?
let's talk about, you can text us. Don't forget, give us a text. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I had a couple questions. Darn it, I'm really mad at myself because I had asked a couple questions
And
online.
people answered, and
people
people
answered. Very
Good.
really happy with that. It was just a random couple questions. The first one was, what was the most shocking habit you discovered when you moved in with a partner? And then Alan had a great response. He said, I would like to reply, but I really want to stay happily married. And then his wife said, good answer. So I didn't get any of that. Then it was, what is the weirdest or worst thing that someone has said or done at a funeral?
Weirdest or worst?
Yeah. So Penny said, at my dad's funeral in April, one attendee decided to help themselves to one of the flower arrangements as they were leaving. I noticed and was quick to retrieve the flowers and let them know that that was unacceptable. And if you know Penny,
She let him know.
she's not going to let, she's going to let him know. And before you ask, no offense, Penny, we love you. And before you ask, no, she wasn't the one who sent the arrangements.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You would think she might pick the one that she sent,
sent.
but she didn't. That's really weird.
Why would you take someone else's flowers?
I don't know. Why would you take the flowers? That just doesn't make sense to me. You're there to support the family and pay respects to the...
I mean, sometimes, they have so many flowers that they send them to their church or, you know what I mean? But to just take them, and especially if it's like a plant arrangement, then one of the,
It's just weird. That's what I said. Weird or worse thing never happened.
I
in the
mean, I
funeral.
have a plant left from your dad's and from Mr. Barlow's. I've got some plants up there that were in arrangements.
Here's the thing. That was done way after
Right.
everything was
done,
was done. So
And your mom gave it to me or
Yeah,
they
or
gave it
whoever,
to me. They
yes.
said, hey, you have a room to put this in. And they
it's
gave
not
it
a
to me.
flower shop. You don't go in and
Yeah,
pick what
and they
you
were
want.
plants, like in the plants and the flowers were probably in between them and stuff. You
I mean,
know?
if you're going to want plants, go to Lowe's. It's
Yeah.
not a funeral.
Yeah.
Don't go to a funeral to take somebody's
up
plants.
yeah.
They want to give them away afterwards.
Which then they can, yeah.
Whatever. Alan says someone might have said, "I wonder who's going to be next." I always worry about funerals. I don't want to. There's never the right thing to say. You try to say, sorry for your
There's
loss.
never a good thing to say.
No,
either,
I mean
yeah.
it's like they're always the one that says, "Boy, they really look
Good.
good."
They're
What?
dead.
They're dead. Why would you say that? But they a lot of people say that.
They look good. They did a good
Yeah,
job.
they did a great job. Yeah, that kind of thing. Tracy Malik said, "I think people taking pictures is just weird and creepy." That is weird.
I know a
Come
family
on.
that does that. Though. They take
I
pictures
know.
at everyone's
They celebrate.
funeral.
They call it a celebration.
celebration,
I
yeah.
know, but that is kind of weird. August, who did the pictures for Alexis and Nathan, he said, "My grandfather was taking all kinds of photos at my grandma's funeral. I was maybe 8 or 9 and found it really creepy. Never saw that ever happen again." Here's a guy that takes pictures for a living. So even he found that a little weird. Brandy said, "My uncle commented to me as I was grieving the loss of my cousin, and she was sitting there in a chair. 'Boy, you sure got fat, didn't you?'" Wow.
At a funeral,
Wow.
he said that to her.
Yes. Man, that is rough. And what the heck? Some people just don't have
Any
filters at all.
I know. Well, I know my grandfather, as he got older, didn't register everything, and we all went to visit him one time when we were down there. And Aunt Ruth was over there talking to someone, and my grandpa said, "I wonder who that fat ass is." My mom said, "That's your daughter,
And that
Ruthie."
was his daughter.
That's not Ruthie. Yes, it is. And
You called her a fat ass? Oh, brother. His own daughter. Yikes. Yikes. And finally,
And
Jody.
his wife was never thin. I mean, my grandmother was never a thin woman, so I don't know where that comment came from,
And finally, what is the worst or weirdest thing someone has ever said or done at a funeral? Jody, she used to work with us and good friend. I graduated with Greg. Was at one of many years ago, and they were actually. She's commenting on the pictures. They were taking pictures of the coffin and the person in it.
So they think pictures at the funeral is weird. I know I have a good personal friend that took pictures at all the funerals.
So that's the weirdest. And that
They put grandma in the casket and everyone around. It was like the last family picture with grandma.
I must have been I thought that was a question that wasn't going to get a lot of, but it did. It did really well. And I asked this question, and maybe you can think of this. And I was trying to think of a word. What word do you usually spell wrong your first attempt? And I was trying to think. I know there's a lot of words that I can't spell first attempt. And I thought it was episode for me. It's EPOSI.
I need pencil and paper to write it out.
Episode, I think. No, I forget it. See?
I need paper and pencil.
Alan said guard, and Dawn, who works with us, she said deuce.
Deuce.
DEUCE, which I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was just some of the questions that I
You got
that I asked, and I'm really happy with.
That means people are paying attention. Yay! We're doing it.
Oh, okay. I asked this question too. What's something you tried once and will never do again? Is there anything that you attempted and thought, man, I'm not doing that again?
I know
So,
there is, because
now-
I'm trying to think of what it was. Something we.
If you guys didn't get to answer those questions and you want to answer, you can use text. You can text us, and we'll use it next show.
Probably some kind of food that I said.
tried, yeah.
And now, like, ooh,
So
that's
Alan is
gross.
really busy answering. He said, well, Heather tried waxing my face. Never, ever again.
That's
Ooh.
true. That would hurt.
And Heather said it wasn't that bad. Such a whiner. Women wax all the time. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah, but your face. I don't know if I could wax my face.
And then Matt said whitewater rafting, which if you're not,
He didn't like it.
no, apparently that was
You'd either love that or hate it.
I think
that's
so.
one of the things. He didn't like it, huh?
no. So it depends on who
yeah,
you
but-
have with you
Oh,
as
and
a
if
guy.
you have a guy
as a guy.
that goes away from it or goes right
Yeah.
through it, or
I think that makes a big difference.
yeah.
So thank you to all the responses. I'll have to come up with some more questions because it makes it nice to
Yep.
especially get answers. And we might have to think of a question for somebody to text us, and we can use it on the next show. So I told you about this lady that gave birth.
At her friend's house.
Most women have a birth plan. They know, they have it set up where you have the bag ready, you know where you're going, so on. So you don't know the day specifically, but I mean, sometimes you do. You have an idea, obviously, of what day, but it could be before or after.
Didn't they induce me on my last
I think
one?
so. So one woman shared her unexpected birth story, explaining how she suddenly went into labor at her friend's house and then ended up giving birth on the lady's sofa.
Oh, that would be awful.
So, I was trying to get because this story is going to get a little deeper. Apparently, these are very good friends. One night, about every month.
I mean, I have some very good friends. I still
she-
don't think I would want to have my baby on their sofa.
Well, they went out and they decided to keep it chill. Sometimes they go to a place. This time they, just thought we'll go to the
because
house.
she was probably
And
real far along.
maybe.
Yeah.
Well, and the other girl's pregnant too. And apparently the friend didn't take kindly to having the birth on her couch, and has sent her a bill for the damage that she's caused. She said, I have a close friend group consisting of 7 women. We're all around the same age, 26 to 32. We've known each other since kids. Some are closer than others. And they went out, and she was having some discomfort, but she didn't think much of it. And then when they got to the house, things kind of kicked up a notch. She said things got a bit hazy from there. I went from discomfort to active labor in a very short time. Didn't feel comfortable moving at that point. They called 911. The EMT comes. They're able to give birth to the child on the living room sofa after the rest of the girls were barred
from the
from the room.
room.
So they were sent out of the room. However, her friend Ella has been pretty cold towards her since.
it was her couch, right?
Has bluntly said, you need to pay for my sofa. And she apologized and said that she was going to, she said, I don't mind paying the bill at all. Just, it was kind of, the way she did it was kind of harsh. So the question is, if your best friend came over, had a baby on your couch, would you send them the bill?
I don't think I would. It's not like she meant to do that.
Well, no, it wasn't. But couldn't they put a sheet down or something? Don't
yeah,
they have?
why wouldn't that,
Don't they have like?
You think the EMTs have blankets and
yeah.
plastic things that they put on their gurneys and stuff that they could stick underneath
Could they move? I don't know if they could move her. I mean,
yeah, maybe she was
she
already
just could not move.
crowning and out.
But you couldn't lift up just a little bit, put something underneath there, just to kind of.
Well, if she already broke her water, the damage
It doesn't
was
matter
already
anyway.
done.
That's
yeah.
true. I don't know. It doesn't say in the story whether that happened, but they didn't say whether or not they've kind of
Made up
about it or not. But I think she was kind of mad too that she got pushed out of the room. but maybe the EMT or the nurse, whoever was there, just
Well, because if
wanted the
something
room
goes wrong, they
cleared.
don't want a lot of people watch it.
right,
You know what I mean?
right. So we
And
can
they don't
ask,
want them scaring the lady in labor,
Yeah.
so getting her in panic.
So I asked our good friends that listen if your friend has a baby on the
So
Or
would
your
you bill,
relative.
would you bill them for
maybe
it?
your daughter-in-law, maybe your daughter. Would
Well, I
you
know
bill
I
them?
have friends that would bill you, or I
Yeah.
did have friends that would have billed
know,
me for it.
so-
I know because they billed me for other things. I mean,
Yeah, well, I mean, it is their couch.
they use it all the time. The whole thing is finding another one you like the one upstairs. I wouldn't mind, but 'cause
Someone
it's not
have it,
real
yeah, it's like,
comfortable.
yeah, don't worry
is it?
about it.
But
We wanted to get rid of it anyway.
But I like the size of it. Finding another one to replace it might be hard.
Yeah, because we
We
have
had
a
a-
limited size with our living room, and we want to add more furniture
Yeah.
to move a pizza oven,
Yep.
which would make things a lot
Easy.
better.
I mean, it'll just give us more counter space in
Yes.
the kitchen, and then we could be over there making pizzas. That's why I said if it's wide enough, I could actually spread the pizzas out, put them in there. Like that's why I wanted it a little bit wider instead of narrow or just as wide as the pizza oven.
Oh no, it's got to be a little bit
Because
yeah.
then I could put it right there, and I
Yeah.
could make it, stick it in,
I think we're getting better at our pizza.
Oh, we are. It's just you can't get to it because
no,
the way
it's
we have
odd.
it set up in
it's
our
a hard
kitchen.
way to move
Yeah.
the pizza in and out. But anyway, so yeah, you're gonna charge them to pay for your couch, and I don't know that I would. I don't know. I probably couldn't clean it well enough.
I mean, it just depends on what it's made of, and you know what I mean.
Yeah. Anyway,
And whether it was
could be like really
stinky or because it's nasty.
okay.
I
So
remember when I had my first baby, you kept saying, "What's that smell?" And I'm like, "It's me, Ron. You see what's?"
I don't remember saying what's that smell.
You said that what? It's so stinky, and then I'm like, "Sorry, I know you had some type of comment."
In where?
You came
Where
out of
was
the
I?
bathroom and you were like, "Oh," and I was like,
That's the vitamins. You still do that with your pee.
No, it was the smell from, what comes out of you after you have the baby. It's just nasty.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
And I was
Guess
like,
that smell.
Yeah,
I just had a baby.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
I just cooked a baby for 9 months in there. There's 9 months of cooking in there,
Yeah.
It's gross. It is gross.
What's
I will
that
admit.
smell? I do not remember that. I'm
had
really
some
sorry.
kind of comment that
I
it
feel
stunk
bad.
in there or whatever.
I feel
and I was like,
horrible
well,
now.
sorry. I just gave birth to your baby. I'm sorry. I have an odor.
I just have this.
know?
I have this giant nose that is just very sensitive to smells, I guess.
Oh, is that what it is?
Is that what it is? I don't know. All right. So if you want to boost your sex life, some people like oysters. You're not an oyster person.
No, there's kind of slimy.
Some people eat chocolate, and that's how they get in the mood. So that's part of it. But
Dark
this
chocolate,
is not.
light chocolate.
But there is a new study. Yeah. Well, it just says chocolate.
Okay.
But there's a new study that suggests that eating grasshoppers will boost your sex drive, improve your sleep, enhance hair quality, and just
I need hair,
improve
skin, and nails.
overall health. Grasshoppers. So how'd they find this out, you might be asking?
Somebody ate them.
Well, no. They fed them to rats.
Ew.
Yeah. So they fed rats to grasshopper. No, I'm sorry, grasshoppers to rats.
Rats, not the rats.
I don't think the grasshoppers will eat the rats. It would not work out very well. So they experienced increased sexual activity. So apparently, they feed the rats the grasshoppers and then watch them have rat sex, like rat porn. And
That's
then
gross.
they found that they had better
These
rest.
scientists don't have very much to do they?
No, they're bored. They watch rat porn. They have better rest and superior hair quality compared to those that were fed fish. So some rats were fed fish to see how that does, but the grasshoppers
Did better.
did better with arousal. Could you take a grasshopper, throw it in a chopper, or would you rather have it already chopped up for you and throw it in your smoothie?
I
Or
don't
would you do it
know.
at all?
I don't.
You watch Survivor; they eat all kinds of stuff
They
on
eat
Survivor.
all kinds of stuff. I don't know. I guess if I didn't know it was in there, I might be able to.
There's a good text question. Would you eat a grasshopper?
Grasshopper?
Not just for the sex thing, but to
But just-
boost the sleep and overall,
overall,
would
for health.
And how
if
would
it
you-
was, if it is, if it does come out that it's scientifically really good for your health, would you eat
Would you do it? And
grasshoppers?
how would it have to be served? I don't think you could
Like
take.
maybe fried up like a French fry. It would be crispy like a French fry. It wouldn't be too bad.
Okay. But somebody would have to do it because I don't know. Could you do that? Could you fry it up?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, if you take the legs, someone takes the legs off and all the things off of it, the eyeballs.
But that's what's probably good for you. All
Well, it
of
doesn't say that. They said that,
They ate the whole grasshoppers, though, right?
yeah, they said scientists believe these benefits could apply to humans. They don't know that for sure.
Well, yeah, they need to have humans eat it and see.
And you know, here's the other
And
thing.
then a rat's this small. They only had to have 2 or 3 grasshoppers. We might have to have 30 of them
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, right. That doesn't
or more
mean, yeah,
for
that's a
them
good
to
point.
even make the health benefit,
70% of the population would be very hesitant to try insect-based diets.
Yes, I
Because if you knew they were,
mean, if I was lost in the forest for days on end.
well, you'd have everything would look good.
Yeah,
at that
I
point.
mean, by then, grasshopper, I heard they're good. I might eat it. And berries, whatever, but then you don't know your poisonous ones from your water. But like raspberries and certain strawberries and stuff like that were good, you would be plucking them and eating them. But bugs, any bug that you saw them eat on Survivor, you might eat then because you're like, well, they didn't die on Survivor. I'm starving, you know?
Yep. They were looking for anything with any kind of
Nutritional value. Yeah. Anything that would hang with your stomach.
a little bit. Yeah. And, we watched, Mike, in the day, we watched Survivor, and it was,
We don't watch it all the time anymore. I know some of our family does, but
it just gets old. I don't know, it's gotten old.
I don't know. They keep putting new twists
They
on
do.
it, though.
Maybe we should watch the new one that's coming out. I don't know. We're watching a good show, though, right now. Geek Girl on Netflix is really good.
Yeah. I'm
I
surprised
did
you
not-
like it. I thought it would be more like a chick thing.
Yeah, and it is, but I
Yeah.
liked the storyline.
Yeah.
I feel bad that in case you're, well, I won't give away anything, but it's just girls in the high school, probably 10th grade, I think, getting picked
10th,
on.
11th grade.
She is a geek, doesn't dress, has a really pretty
Well,
friend.
they have like a uniform they wear, it looks like, at that school.
Yeah, that's true. It was uniform, but even when she didn't,
Yeah, she didn't. Yeah.
but she ends up going to this. Her friend is into fashion and wants to be a model, and somehow the girl wants to change her life,
Her image,
her life.
from school. Yeah,
And-
because she's tired of being picked on and
Yeah.
being the geek.
but there's other storylines too. The father and
Yeah.
I think we're going to find out more about the father, and he's got because I don't want to give this away, but he was really upset when the one guy was talking about we need your daughter. Seems kind of he didn't want her to put a label on her,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of wondering if he's having some issues at work, like bullying or something like she's having, and that's
Like
why he
maybe
wasn't
he
going
has
to work.
some issues too.
So anyway, Geek Girl, I really like it. I would definitely recommend it. We're still
we
watching
we haven't seen
No,
it
we
all,
haven't seen
so
it in a
we don't
while.
know. Yeah.
Only Murders in the Building. We're always caught up. There's a new one this week. But what did we finish up? What did we finish up?
I don't know. We did finish.
Yeah, we
something.
finished something we were watching. What was it on Netflix? Anyway, so Geek Girl is it was good. It was a good show, and it was one of those. Oh, I know. It was the one with the family that perfect
couple.
couple, the perfect couple.
Yeah, and it was
That
kind
was
of a
different.
murder mystery, and
Very
it was very
different.
different.
Very
and
different.
if you like kind of mysteries and that,
It blew, we thought we
but
had
it looks like it's going to go on, right?
I don't know.
You don't know because she brought that to the girl at the end, and I'm like,
Yeah, the book.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
And
there's
it looked
more.
like they might become friends or something. I don't know though. I mean, that's why I said it kind of left you hanging like it could go on.
You're probably right. I think one of the things that was funny about those two
But
things.
maybe they can't get all the characters to come back and sign again.
Well, that's true too. But the perfect couple was I wanted to just see a trailer,
Yeah.
and I ended up
Watching
hitting-
the first
and we-
episode,
we're
and
like-
then we just
we
kept
were
watching.
hooked.
Yeah.
We're kind of hooked. And the same with Geek Girl.
Yeah.
You said and I did the same
said,
thing.
I wonder if that's any good. And then
The only thing I would say about the Geek Girl, which is tough for me, I don't know if it's tough for you, is it is English based. So they talk quickly.
yes,
So I really, really, really have to
listen. Yeah, like I can't be on my phone playing a game.
But
and try and listen.
I will say one of my favorite characters is the I don't say the black guy, but the guy that is he's black
discovered
guy,
her.
discovered
Yeah.
is just. I mean, he is so funny. He's so good.
Yes,
So
at what he
he's a
does.
very
yes,
good actor. And I mean, he is by far
Your favorite
one of my
character?
favorite because he always
I kind of like his
he's-
assistant too,
Yes.
just with the little hairdo she
Yes.
has, and that
but he just has that little like snarky.
And what's her
every now and
name?
then.
What's her,
I want to say Molly, but that's not it.
no?
You mean the
Yes,
assistant?
assistant. Yeah,
Because no
I
one
wanna
calls
say
her
Betty,
name right.
Betty.
Betty.
And she just has the little haircut.
Very-
that's
is that a pixie or what do
yeah,
you call
whatever.
that?
I don't know,
what
but
you call that.
and it's like fashionish. I
It's
don't know if
yes.
people think it is.
was thinking
don't
the same
I don't
thing.
think it is, but
It's a
people
Mo
think it is.
haircut, but not Mo.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Kind of.
yeah.
You think of it as it's like a bowl cut, but it's a little bit longer.
Yeah,
but,
and it's
you know.
shorter in the back than in the front. I think.
Oh, is it?
I
I
think
didn't
we'll have
notice.
to pay attention to that.
But it's a good show, so might want to
And
give
the
it a
bangs are really short, like
Yes.
geeky short.
Yeah. So Geek Girl, Perfect Couple, two good shows. I would recommend them. Would you recommend
Yeah, I
watching?
would. Yeah.
If especially with winter coming,
Yeah.
maybe binge. And like Geek Girl's only 10 episodes, so we're almost halfway through.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll talk about how long sex should actually last and a new app that
2 minutes.
yeah, this that is really interesting. It'll predict something kind of dark. I don't know why you'd want this app. We'll talk about that, and we'll also talk about your shower head. Is it as clean as you think it is? That's coming up next. So you want to start a podcast. Maybe you're listening to the show today and you're thinking to yourself, boy, that would be fun. And I have a lot of things I want to talk about. Maybe today is the day. Maybe you're looking for a new marketing channel, or you have a message that you'd like to share with the world, or you just think it would be fun to have a talk show. And it is a lot of fun just talking to your friends. Maybe you have ideas about sports, life, or whatever your passion is. Today's the day. Podcasting is easy, it's inexpensive, and it's a fun way to expand your reach online. And where should you go? Buzzsprout. It's hands down the easiest, and it's the best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. And your show, believe it or not, can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories in minutes, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast, and you wouldn't believe how many more there are. And they make it simple to join all of them. Podcasting is not hard when you have the right partners, and Buzzsprout is the team to join. They are passionate about your success. You can join over 1,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout. We're one of them. We've been on Buzzsprout from the beginning, and I'm so glad I joined up. I had a little bit of an issue, emailed a customer service rep, and they got back to me within 5 minutes, and they had me calm down. It wasn't that hard, and what I was doing was my fault. So here's all you got to do. Click on the link in the show notes. It tells Buzzsprout we sent you. You can support our show, and if you get a paid plan, you get a $20 gift certificate from Amazon. Now, here's some other things that Buzzsprout provides. Like, you get a great looking podcast website. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I got to get a website, got to pay for that. No, you don't. They provide it for you. Also, they have audio players. Maybe you have a website, and all you want to do is promote your show on your own website. You can do that with their audio players, and you can also drop it into other websites and on Facebook or Twitter, and they help you do it all. Believe me, Buzzsprout is the way to go. They've helped me immensely, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. So maybe today is a day for you to start your podcast. And if you do, check out the link below in the show notes and get a $20 Amazon gift card. Okay, so we just talked about grasshoppers to boost your sex life. So why not talk about how long sex should actually last? This is the number.
2 minutes.
This is the number. I know. This is the number they're throwing out there. 35 minutes in total. So you want to know, does that number sound right to you? Or are you more of a marathoner in the sack, or maybe a sprinter? That's really fast. A poll
2 minutes,
found
2 minutes, I would say, is a
2
sprinter.
minutes. I mean, you can't do 2 minutes unless it's been, hey, I'm back from the woods. Been gone for 3 years. A poll found the average person who has a good sex life thinks the average roll in the hay should be about 35 minutes. But don't worry, guys. Less than half of that time is actually spent knocking boots. So really, you're not,
About
it's 35 minutes.
15 minutes is
but there's
actual
cuddling.
sex, yeah.
There's talking about, boy, this ceiling really needs painted. When was the last time we washed the sheets? You know, stuff like that. That really puts you in the mood.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
It slows your mood down.
Yeah. 35 minutes includes 15 minutes of foreplay, 15 minutes of actually doing it, which
Which is probably good, I think.
you're saying 2 minutes.
Average.
And then, of course, you got to have the
The
cuddling.
2 minutes is the big O, you know.
Cuddling is 5 minutes. And those numbers,
5
obviously.
minutes.
of
Nah,
cuddling.
5 cuddling. A lot of times cuddling needs longer, you know.
The numbers do kind of vary depending on what time of day you actually get it
This
on.
is
too.
true. This is true. Because at night, you cuddle longer.
Yeah,
You
that's
cuddle
exactly
yourself right to sleep.
100% right. Nighttime is the longest.
The cuddle longer.
When do you think the shortest sessions are? What time of day?
Afternoon delight.
Afternoon delight. Boy, Terry, too bad it's not like a lottery thing. You'd be winning.
I
But that
know.
is exactly right. Midday is always been
A good pick me up.
it's been our favorite. Used to be
Yeah, it used to be all the
midday.
time. And the kids got in our way for a long time.
Yeah, but now it's it might take 35 minutes just to get it there. If you know what I mean. Unless you have the what is it, a green pill? What kind of is it, a pink pill?
I don't know what.
What do they take?
I don't know what. Kind
Obviously, I don't know because
so you don't take
I don't
it.
take one. Okay, so how long does sex last for you? You can text us. Give us all the details.
I don't think I
all
want
the dirty details.
I don't,
Ooh.
I don't think I want to.
Okay, so Terry got a phone. I think I did pretty good. Now, when I say she got a phone, we actually wait for friends of ours to get new phones and they pass it down to us, and we're grateful for that.
Yes. Because
Thank you.
I just don't.
A hearty thank you because
I won't put
we're going to pay
the
him.
money into a brand new phone. I won't.
We're going to pay him
because
whatever he decides, but
Number
it
one,
won't be $1,000.
it's not like I do my email and do everything on my phone.
Right. You pay, you play your games.
And I need to
talk
text,
and
I
text.
need to text, someone, hey, I'm on my way, or, and phone, phone.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not on the phone that much, would you say? I mean,
No.
I make a call, say what I have to, and get off.
You're
I'm
not.
I'm not. I do sometimes talk to my sister an hour or to, someone I haven't talked to for a while.
It's not a work phone for you. It's
No.
just a personal phone. When
Yeah.
you use it, to play some of the games you do.
And I don't
check
have like
texts.
people, like 5 people that I talk to an hour
No.
every day or
No.
anything
So
like that.
anyway, but she's had a 10, which is really out there because now they're up to 16.
Are they really?
Yeah, 16 is the newest one that just came out.
Someone told me, I think Inch or someone said they had an 8. So I'm like, oh,
Oh,
I already
boy.
had a higher than them. But yet I wouldn't mind having an older one if it was still working. Mine was not taking my touch, and sometimes the sound went completely out.
And we were going through batteries.
Yeah, and we were buying a battery at least every 6 months for it. So
But
it was something wrong.
But I don't get to do this a lot, but the backup worked out good so far as we know.
Yeah,
I'm sure you may
seems
find
like
something that I screwed up.
it seems a lot faster, and the sound and the
Well,
touch.
that's-
I went and played a couple games, and it did take my touch because I've really been cussing at the other one because
Yes.
it wouldn't.
All the
it
words that
wouldn't-
come out of
it
Terry's
wouldn't
mouth.
move. Yeah,
Trucker.
yeah,
He's
right.
like a trucker.
Not that kind.
Turns me on.
Yeah, right. You wish.
Anyway, so we're talking about phones and like new apps. There's a new AI app called Death Clock.
Death clock.
Yes, and it claims, I don't know why you'd want this, to predict a person's exact death date in an effort to motivate users to make healthier lifestyle choices. Now,
So in other words, say they say my death date is in 2 years, but I changed the way I
Well, the
eat
idea
and
is
stuff,
to change,
and then it'll up
Hopefully.
it 2 more years or whatever.
Hopefully.
Unless it's from a bus, then you're doomed
Well, yeah, I mean,
anyhow. A bus accident.
It
You're
can't-
on that bus.
It can't predict that.
Yeah.
It's just talking about apparently how healthy
Healthy.
are you.
How
so
healthy
it probably
are you?
has. Well, let's read on. Let's see. Now this costs $40 a year to find out when you're going to die. The app asks users
No,
questions
thank you.
about their health and habits, such as cholesterol levels, sleep patterns, physical activity, and then they calculate their biological age and predicted date of death. The app aims to serve as a wake-up call for users to make proactive changes before
Well, I
it's too
think
late.
some people that are in their 40s that are really overweight, maybe diabetic or pre-diabetic, or have a heart murmur or whatever, that maybe that would wake them up to quit smoking, quit drinking. You got to do those things or you're not going to be here.
But it's $40 a year. Couldn't you just go see a doctor and they could tell you the same thing?
Yeah, that you
They
need
just
to
wouldn't tell
quit
you, you're gonna die in
drinking and
2
smoke.
years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe if they would tell you, well, you got 5 years to live if you don't.
I mean, they told my brother he shouldn't have been here for the last few years that he was here.
Well, he wasn't.
told us
I wouldn't
that.
say he walked, but he wasn't. He was a smoker. I mean, his fingers were yellow.
From smoking. He was a chain smoker.
Chain smoker.
His beard smelled like cigarettes all the time, stale cigarettes.
I don't think I'm going to download this app, but founder Brent Franson describes the app as part of Medicine 3.0, where people take control of their health and with personalized information and suggested lifestyle changes. So it also kind of gives you ideas on maybe food. Maybe it does that too. Death Clock also offers a custom longevity plan, allows users to upload blood tests, genetic profiles, and other documents. Apparently, this lady on CNET tested the app and found that even when she intentionally gave poor answers, the grim results served as motivation to make healthier choices. She was actually putting in kind of bad information
Just to see what
just
it would
to
tell
see.
you. Yeah.
And even so, it still made her, even though it was grim, it made her think, well, maybe I should make, because it
Some
gave her
better
ideas
change,
of
some
if you
better
do this.
choices, yeah.
I wonder if part of it, too, comes, I mean, obviously it comes down to our food. If we really narrow it down, it's what's in our food. And
Too
I don't,
much sugar. There's way too much sugar. Our bread in America is horrible.
it's horrible.
It's horrible. It's
And what
got
did
sugar
I buy?
in it.
I bought
You
bread
put
with chocolate chips in it.
Oh yeah, but that was for
For
that's
French
toast.
French. But
It's going to be like a dessert French toast.
but don't you, even when you pick up on it says organic, how do you really know?
Well, read the back of the package, and sometimes the second ingredient's still sugar.
And soybean, because Alexis can't. We
And
wanted to
soy.
do organic, but it had soybean. No, I take that
Soy
back.
in
I'm
it.
sorry, not the one organic. It did not. It's the other one you picked was didn't say organic, but it did
Okay.
have soybean oil or something. So, but yeah, some organic. You just wonder, don't you? I mean,
Yeah,
how do you know?
you don't.
You don't.
Especially in, and I think that's what some people want our government to get involved in, outlawing chemicals that go in our food that are harmful. And other people will say they should stay out of it. Well, I think that we should at least be aware that it's in there. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you could make better choices. But even when you pick up the 12 grain and the 10 grain and 12 grain breads, are they any better for us? I don't know if they're made with any better flour. If they're still bleached and processed flour, then are they any better for us?
I don't know.
How is bread other places,
Yeah, bread is my downfall, though. Some good Italian bread.
Well, I
Oh,
know bread turns to sugar
Yeah,
in your system
absolutely.
as soon as you eat it.
Absolutely.
Especially ours, because it is so
It's
processed,
enriched.
and the second ingredient is usually sugar.
Yep. So, but anyway, yeah, if you want to do the death app and you want to find out how much longer you have and you want to change your lifestyle, I guess merely just go see a doctor. Costs you about the same thing.
If
Just
you have
ask if you-
insurance, it won't cost you as much.
That's true. Narrow it down, Doc. How long do I have if I don't make changes? And maybe they'll tell you, well, here's a plan, do this, and get back to me next year.
Well, really, our health system needs to do that more than they need to. Like, if you have a yearly checkup, our health system should be, okay, here's a better diet for you, here's this. But it should be about keeping yourself healthy and trying not to have to see the doctor.
Yeah.
Not, oh, here's a pill for this and a pill for that, because that's just, it's overriding the
Right.
problem. For a certain amount of time, you could take in the pill and the blood pressure's up, the cholesterol's up, whatever. And that's not really, the idea is to bring those things down with your food and your choices in life.
Yeah.
Taking a walk, whatever.
So, all right, that's a new app if you're interested. And now it's time to talk shower head. Your shower head is dirty. Now, I read this. It kind of gave me the EBs at first. The average computer
Well, do
keyboard.
you wash it?
I do. Sometimes I forget, though.
You spray
but
it
you
with
spray
the,
it with,
the
you know.
Clorox or whatever.
Well, I have, yeah, right. That's all you
shower
have to do.
spray or whatever.
So the average computer keyboard is 5 times as filthy as what?
The toilet seat.
Toilet seat. Yeah, because I mean you're touching everything.
Oh yeah,
And then
if
you're
you
on
got
your
a cold
keyboard,
and you're going like
rubbing
this,
your nose
and
back on the keyboard. Scratch your armpit back on the
sneeze
keyboard.
right on the keyboard. You
Your
had
butt-
you right on it.
Your butthole itches like crazy. You itch that, go back to the keyboard.
Right.
I mean, not that you're on the outside
But
sneaking
yeah,
it. Anyway, so yeah, 5 times worse than the toilet seat. And now we know that our shower heads are even filthier. So
filthier than the toilet seat.
yes, than even the keyboard.
Oh, really? That's bad.
Researchers at the University of Colorado Boulder looked at 45 shower heads from across the U.S., and they found that each shower head was home to, on average, several billion microbes per square centimeter. So it's not like the shower head's really big.
Yeah.
It's not that big. So it's got billions and billions of microbes if you're not cleaning it right. And it doesn't say how to clean the shower head, other than, like you said, just naturally
maybe
just
if you got a
spray
pipe
the outside.
cleaner and pipe
Well,
cleaner
I didn't think of that. Because, our water, depending on where you get your water,
comes through there and it has chlorine in it, so you'd think it's killing some.
unless
of
you
that.
have filtered water, you're lucky enough to have a
Yeah.
filtration system that helps clean the water before it. But if you're just like us, we're relying
they
on
put chlorine
water
in-
company, and they
do
put lots of chlorine in the
it.
water.
Yeah, which should kill some of the
Should.
germs and bacteria.
But apparently the water kind of
Hangs there.
hangs, kind of hangs there. And so if it's getting a little
And then
red,
the gnats lay their eggs in it.
oh, your
and
gnats,
then-
yeah, Terry's gnats. Yeah, Terry
We're
and her
still
gnats.
fighting gnats
Oh my gosh.
since the beginning of summer.
Let's finish up with. All right, I'll tell you. This is. We'll have to do this from now on. What would you like to finish up with? Giving birth to this is tougher. Which is tougher, boy or girl? Or how you like your eggs reveals something about you. Whatever you decide, that's be our last subject.
I think we should do both of them.
You think we do both?
Giving birth to I don't know.
Which do you think is tougher, boy or girl?
Well, I think it depends on the boy and the girl, because like if you got this big-headed baby, it's going to be harder. And if you got a 10-pound girl, she's going to be harder than a 7-pound
Yeah.
boy. I mean,
True. So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking
Both.
both.
All of the
depending.
above.
I think there's a lot of circumstances involved in that.
Well,
one.
apparently a lot of mothers claim that giving birth to a boy is a tougher job than bringing a girl into the world. And they've been backed by statistical evidence by the British Medical Journal. Researchers sifted through a database of all births over 4 years involving mothers who were pregnant for the first time and discovered a slightly higher occurrence of trouble-free deliveries where girls were involved. But that doesn't really say, like you said.
I mean, my first birth was bad. He was posterior. He didn't
was.
turn. He broke my tailbone.
Yep, he was rough. RJ was rough, and he's still rough.
Is he still rough?
He's still rough around the edges now. But my thing is,
Oh, he was such a good kid.
Okay,
though,
so here-
baby. He was such a good. He wasn't a baby for very long at all.
so if you had a boy and a girl, you could tell.
I had all boys, so
yeah,
can't
I know
compare.
exactly. You can't compare.
And each one of them was different.
So we need someone that has experience of a boy and a girl.
Well, and then
although
like,
that depends
my one
on.
girlfriend has a girl and then a boy. The boy was breech, so of course that was worse.
Okay, right. So she probably didn't even have him naturally, or did she?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if they had to go something like you have to do C-section. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, yeah. So that would they would say that would be tougher.
I mean, she said she was ripped up one side and
Yeah.
down the other because
It was breach. Yeah,
Yeah.
They had to try to
came out butt first. I
Oh
believe.
man. Phew. But so yeah, we need that. I mean, you had all boys. So we're one. Okay, which was I hate to say
The
this.
easiest one was the second one,
Was
who
Nathan
was the biggest baby.
Yeah, he was the biggest baby. Yeah,
and
that's
he
true.
popped out and within
30 minutes.
Oh yeah, if we
30 minutes.
If we were going to a different hospital rather than the one that's just a few blocks away, we would not have made it.
Yes,
Because
that's true.
we wouldn't have made it to St.
Because-
Clair. We wouldn't have made
Yeah,
it
we've-
to High There's no way we could have made it to a different hospital.
We've told this
You would
story.
have gave birth in
I'd have had to charge you for the bed
for the car seat.
or the seat in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you had. Well, no, I had to. You were just sitting there, and I said, "Let's go." And then
And I said, no,
30
I
minutes
didn't want to
later,
do that.
boom. Zachary was not as hard as the first one, but not as easy as the second one.
Yeah.
But boy, did he cry.
They did. Oh, he came out with a scream.
He was
and
a
he
screamer.
screamed for 8 months.
About,
every
how
single
old is he?
night,
26
10 o'clock.
years. He's been
Yeah.
screaming. No, older than that.
He's older than that.
Yeah, that's right.
now.
What am I thinking?
He's going to be
He's
29.
going to be 29 because he's born in 95. So he'll be 30 next year in 25.
Yeah.
He's 29. He'll be 29. Been screaming for 29 years. How do you like your eggs, Tara?
Sunday, I don't know. Over easy.
This is going to be it's going to be real.
Over easy. Sunday side
Okay,
up.
this is going to be revealing because I want to know if you had a choice, you had to pick one or the other. Someone come up to you and say, because we go to Bob Evans, how do you get your eggs?
Usually over easy,
Okay,
but
that's it. No, that's it.
Okay.
Just leave it at that. I know sometimes you
I
change
do
it
that
up.
because, yeah.
I like over easy too. I do like over easy. I mean, I'll eat scrambled, but so here's depending on how you like your eggs, it could reveal a lot about you. If you like them sunny side up, okay.
I do, but they don't always turn out right. For me
Well, I
that
know,
way.
but you're very optimistic and you're easygoing.
Which
You're easygoing for the most part, yeah. If you like hard boiled, which you also like hard boiled eggs,
I eat hard boiled eggs because they're easier to take on the go.
you are a no nonsense type. You're quick to form opinions.
That is true.
That's very true. If you like soft boiled, you're gentle, sensitive, neat, but you're not always easy to please. So I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just saying. If you like scrambled, you're agreeable, very steady, and you go with the flow. Okay, that's over easy, or that's scrambled. Over easy, you're very precise. Is that what we get? Over easy?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, yeah, sunny side up is, you do the dippy. Okay. Over easy, you're very precise. You know exactly what you want out of life. I don't know if I know. I mean, I
To a
kind of know
certain-
what I
to a
want. I mean, I
certain
want
extent.
healthy family and healthy grandkids and to be retired at some point in my life without, being sick, being forced
To be
to
retired.
be retired.
And actually enjoy some years of
Yes.
retirement.
If you like poached eggs,
Like my parents, they 19 years in Florida with their friends
Yeah.
that they lived next door to 40 years ago, moved back down 2 doors from them, and they played cards for 19 years
Yeah.
of retirement. They really had a good time.
Yep.
They shot, women went shopping while the guys hung out, and
Yep. If you're poached, you're very orderly. You don't like to see anything out of its place. And finally, if you're an omelet eater,
I do like omelets,
you enjoy taking risk. And those are just some of the
which
things.
I don't think I do take risks, really, do I?
Not really, I don't
Not
think.
big risks. It's not like I'm
Not
going to give
big
you
risk.
$1,000 for the lottery or anything like that,
Yep. We did, you know what's funny is these are all, I had a list of things I wanted to talk about. And I think
You actually did them
we
all?
talked about none of them. So, yeah, we didn't talk about any of them. Because these are stories. I find it, if I wait a little bit longer, I think about it more. This is a good thing. Because I thought each topic we were able to, really get a lot out of it. And that's what I try to do. It doesn't always work. But I feel good about this episode because I feel like we really, and I hope we included our friends. What kind of eggs do you like, right?
Yeah.
Text us.
Yeah, text
Speak
us
pipe.
the
I want to
eggs
know.
and the sex
Sex.
and the eggs.
Would you eat grasshoppers to
And would
boost
you
your
eat grasshoppers?
it's not sex, but for health overall. Would you eat an insect?
For
Right?
health overall.
I think that would be.
Yeah.
We are contemplating. Well, when I say we, I mean me. Because I think
You want to put us on video,
Yeah,
which
to
is
take
going to
it-
make a lot more prep time
I
because I'm going
know.
to have to comb my hair.
I really believe it would take us to another level.
Okay.
The question is, in order to
We have to set us up different because we're too far away.
well,
right
that's
here.
just it. And they came out with this new little board that is just amazing. I can actually
How
sit here.
expensive.
Well, that's what my next thing was going to be. How much do I want to put to that? The cameras, I can get a 3-pack. It's not too bad. Okay. But overall cost, it's not exactly, my heart kind of pounds, But if it takes us to another level where, see, with YouTube, we get a lot of views, we bring in a little bit more
Money.
We can also do a little bit more. We could actually do little extra things
Like
that we could do
which
that
if
too.
you were retired, we would have the time to do.
Right. So,
I mean, that's the whole reason I keep wanting to do this is because once you're retired, it's a hobby that you like to do that you can,
well, we can
keep
carry
with.
on even into retirement.
Right.
So, I don't know. We're thinking about it. So, anyway, thanks so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. And if, you have an opinion about, would you watch us on YouTube?
Yeah,
Let us know.
Let us know, yeah.
Because you want to help pay for something? Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
That's just
No, just kidding. But anyway, yeah, subscribe. Every Monday we have a new episode. You can also follow us on Facebook or X. And we really enjoyed having you along with us. And we hope that you'll come back next week. We are out.
have a great week.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show.